What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the two biggest mistakes I see real estate investors make every single day when they first decide to become a real estate investor. So this is actually a very simple concept, and yet everyone struggles to master it. So the two biggest mistakes, very simple. It's choosing a market or strategy before setting a goal or discovering their why, or setting that goal way too vaguely and having no accountability. It's actually that simple when we're talking about the two biggest mistakes real estate investors make. Now, we're going to explore this in a little bit further in a second, but this is all based upon a new ebook, a new e-guide I put together completely free that you guys can go grab. There's going to be a link in the video description down below. So I want to see you guys go grab it, discover your why, build out a very formal plan for yourself. So you've got a plan for success rather than failing to plan, which we all know is actually a plan for failure. So again, today we're going to be exploring why you guys are probably making these two massive mistakes when it comes to becoming a real estate investor. And I'm sure you've got good intentions, but the execution actually is poor. So what do I mean when I say choosing a market or strategy before setting a goal or discovering your why is crazy? Well, the reason that that's actually crazy is way too many investors just arbitrarily choose their backyard. Hey, I live in Toronto, I live in New York, I live in Miami, I'm going to real estate invest there. Well, why? Why? Do you have a competitive advantage? Does it fit within your overall goal of becoming a real estate investor? And when we're talking about why people's goals are too vague when they become a real estate investor, I swear to God, 100% of people that come to me when they first want to become a real estate investor say it's to make money. Cool. What sort of money do we want to make? How much money do we want to make? How long do we need to make it for? Are you willing to actually work hard to make that money? There's a lot of questions that immediately jump to mind when I'm thinking about why you want to make money as a real estate investor. So in this ebook, in the e-guide, you guys can actually go through an exercise popularized by Dean Graziosi, originated by Joe Stump, I believe, called the 7 Levels Deep Why exercise. And in that, you're literally just going to ask yourself why 7 times. Why? It's only slightly more complicated than that, but if you actually do it and you take it seriously, you set aside an hour or two to actually really think about this, you'll actually discover your why. And that will really allow you to figure out what strategy is right, because the way the sequence of events needs to go is discover your why. Once you've discovered your why, then we need to build a SMART goal that's going to achieve, fulfilling our why. Once we've got that SMART goal, we now know what strategy is actually going to be effective for us and allow us to actually succeed at achieving our SMART goal. And then once we know the strategy, you can actually go and find the right market for you to go invest in. So if you started by choosing your market first, then your strategy, you are literally doing this ass backwards. You are walking backwards through your real estate investing career. What you need to do, and if you started already, don't panic. Take a beat, go do the Discover Your Why exercise, and maybe you'll find out that you're already on the right path, but there's a good chance that you may need a course correction or potentially even a hard pivot in order to really get control of your future. Because the reason you got into real estate investing often is to get control of your financial future. And if we don't know where you're going with your financial future, how are you going to know if you're heading in the right direction? So again, you need to discover your why first. Then we need to build a SMART goal. What is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is simply something that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And so in this e-guide as well, I've got a whole section that walks you through step by step how to go about setting the SMART goal. So for example, let's say you go through the Discover Your Why process, and please do this before just jumping to conclusions, but go through the Discover Your Why process and you discover the reason you want to become a real estate investor is actually, hey, I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to really be a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home mom. And maybe you discovered the reason that was important to you was your parents were always at work. They never got to go to your Little League practice. They never got to spend time with you. You were raised by TV. Whatever situation that you're trying to solve, it's important we understand from day one what we're trying to solve. So if we discover that you want to become a stay-at-home parent to give your kids a better life than you had or a better childhood than you had, wonderful. What's it going to take to actually do that? Well, you probably need some sort of income to be able to pay the bills because you probably still want to feed your kid while you're raising them. So in that case, taking a step back, how much do you spend every month? Well, if you're like a typical Canadian family, maybe it's around $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Let's round up to $5,000 just for easy math. So we now know that you need $60,000 a year in ideally passive or semi-passive income so you can be that stay-at-home parent. Wonderful. See how easy this is to start getting specific and understanding? Now that we know that we need $5,000 a month, well, what sort of investing strategies can actually create $5,000 a month passively? Does wholesaling work? Well, no, it's actually a very active, time-intensive real estate investing strategy. Does flipping work? Again, no, it's active. It's very project-oriented. Okay. Well, does private lending work? Hey, you know what? Private lending does work. It's passive or semi-passive depending upon how you set it up. Does being a buy and hold investor that has a property manager run the day-to-day operations work? Well, depending upon your definition of semi-passive income, there's a good chance it probably works. So once you discover that, maybe you decide, yep, rental properties, that fits all my needs. So that's what I want to focus on is buy and hold rental properties. Awesome. Now we know that you need to find a market because you've got your strategy now. Now we know that you need to find a market where you can generate cash flowing rental properties. Well, let's say that the market of Toronto, the average unit produces $1 of cash flow a month. That's just a made up arbitrary number, but let's say it's $1 a month. Well, that means we're going to need to buy 5,000 rental properties to cash flow that $5,000 a month. Whereas if we look at a market like, say, London, Ontario or Windsor, Ontario, maybe we can get cash flow of $200 a month. In that case, we only need 25 units in order to achieve our $5,000 a month goal. Now, once we've got that rough framework in place, we can even take one step further back and look at, our personal inventory. What resources do I currently have? What competitive advantages, what network or connections, relationships do I have that I can tap to set myself up for success as well? And once you really map this out and you understand both your resources as well as your constraints, you've actually got a very clear path forward. We can develop an extremely clear roadmap if we understand your why. You've got a SMART goal. We've picked a strategy based upon that SMART goal, and then finally you selected your market based upon the strategy and the SMART goal. If you approach it this way, I guarantee you'll have a clear path going forward. When you've got a clear path going forward, you can move faster. So that's what this is all about, is getting you guys moving faster on your real estate investing journey. Again, this guide's completely free, so go grab it. Link in the video description down below. Love for you guys to give me your feedback as well. And once you've done that discover your why exercise, I would really appreciate it. It'd mean the world to me if you'd come back to this video and leave in the comments what your why is. What did you discover and how deep did you have to go? Was it only 5 levels deep, or did you end up having to go 20 levels deep before you found that emotional nerve that was a why strong enough that you're willing to put in the hard work, that you're willing to die on that hill? Let me know in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new to my channel. And reminder, this is part of that ebook, so go grab it. Thanks, guys.